What's up, YouTube? Mr. Big Face Trucker coming at you. I know I haven't checked in a minute. Uh, just gonna talk about a few things. Ran into some situations. It's nothing that I can't handle. Um, you know, this YouTube thing and everything, you know what I'm saying? I'm really discreet on what I'm doing out here on a lot of stuff. And I just want y'all to understand, I don't like to put everything out there, what I'm doing out here. I just show y'all my journey. I'm a trucker. I'm working for a company called Travel Local. And, my journey from Maverick to Seal Masters, Silvercom, Snyder, Traveloco. All right. And the span of that time, I believe 4 years and a couple of months. I don't know. 4 years, maybe just hitting 4. I don't know. I'm not going to sit there and try to figure that out. But this video, I'm just going to speak about one subject that I came across and what I did realize a long time ago I did. And this is dispatcher against self-dispatch. And it can be frustrating. It can be on the money, when you dispatch, or when you are being dispatched. Here at Travelocal, you have the option of being dispatched or dispatch yourself. But some places you have to be dispatched. Now, when I was with Silvercom, they dispatched me. It was 3 weeks out and 3 days in. All right. And these guys would run me. I mean, they didn't give a damn about the weather. They kind of did and they kind of didn't. They was more of getting the miles. All right. And there was a dispatcher that I had. His name was Nico with Silvercom. And, how can you tell a good dispatcher? How can you, say, all right, yeah, this guy, he sends me in these places and they're bad places. Or he sends me in bad weather all the time because he's not checking the weather. And this is the difference. When you dispatch yourself, you're checking the weather, you're checking, what's going on down the road, what's going to be there when you drop your load, and what you're going to take out of there. And I ran into some situations being dispatched, and it's all my fault. I chose to do that because of I wanted to hit it for 3 weeks, and I could focus on other things, but it didn't work out that way. All right. And it hurt me. So yeah, it got frustrating, and it's nothing like taking back control of your business, because if you leave it up to a dispatcher, he doesn't know what's going on at your house. He probably don't even know your cost per mile. More likely he don't. Some dispatch services I hear do know. They ask their driver their cost per mile, or they help them with their cost per mile. What's going on here? Let me clean this up. They ask them for their cost per mile or whatever, and so they'll know not to come with load that he's not making money, or they look at, you know, of other situations that's out there that will keep the driver comfortable. Now, Nico was with Silvercom, and he was on point as far as getting me miles. All right. Never know what they're getting paid for the load. It was a whole hazmat company, 99% hazmat. And I never was sitting. Never was sitting. All right. And after I went through that situation, you know, with that, I started feeling like they're running me red. You know, you start, I don't know, some people like to be dispatched. Some people don't. Me, myself, if I get dispatched where I want to be at and run that lane in that area, cool. You know what I'm saying? Your dispatcher got to know lanes. All right. And a dispatcher, all right, he's not as good. I'll put it this way. If the load board is good grates on it, your dispatch is great. If the load boards is bad rates, your dispatch is bad. But it's for the driver to understand it's bad rates right now, so we're going to get nothing but shit. Well, I kind of like disagree with that. I went through these 2 weeks, 3 weeks. 3 weeks. 3 weeks. Tomorrow will be 3 weeks. And I watched loads on the board that, you know, hey, I should pick this load. But I left it up to the dispatcher to pull the loads and book the loads. And you know, it's just, you never know how a next person's going to wake up that morning. It's both ways. The driver might wake up and be on some shit, or the dispatcher might be on some shit. And, you know, you just can't get a good communication going on, a good role. And, you know, it's crazy, you know. So, if you have the option, you only can blame yourself, because you'll say, hey, you know, I tried to bring them on, didn't work out, I'm hurting, so now I got to repair the shit, you know, and that's what's going on right now. You know, I got to repair this shit, and for these 3 weeks that I was out, you know, it was just like me when I was running from Atlanta going down to Florida and coming back deadhead. It didn't make no difference. It's $600 difference probably in 1 week. 1 week probably about the same, somewhere around in there. But if you got a business and you all LLC'd up and everything, and you going out here and you going to a company that's going to dispatch you, I wouldn't recommend that. Because it could be a dispatcher that doesn't understand what you got going on at the house as far as bills, what you need to make. It could be a dispatcher that actually, you know, gets off for the day and goes out and get drunk. It could be a dispatcher that just don't give a damn. You know what I'm saying? You know, and then you got to deal with that. You got to deal with that. You know what I'm saying? And you'll start seeing your business dropping off. You know? Now, if you got a dispatcher that knows what he's doing and how to run, you know what I'm saying? And he knows the lanes, you know. He says, hey, you know, we need to get over here. This is the lane over here. We need to run this lane. This is what's going on over in this lane, you know. To me, that's the kind of perfection that I'd be looking for. I mean, if I was a dispatcher, I'm behind the screen every day. It takes a lot of skill. I know it does. It takes a lot of skill, and you know, I hats off to the ones that's doing it, that makes these low rates look good. Like, nah, you're not even having a problem, you know. But you know, it gets to that point where if you can't handle it, you know what I'm saying, and you know, you just start showing on the performance on the driver. Bam, this is what happens. So now that I self-dispatch, taking control of this shit again, you know, I something told me to give it a shot again. This is like the third time, and I would think the last time I'm just gonna, you know, do this shit. And it doesn't really take too much, you know, too much. I mean, sometimes you can sit there and make 30, 40, 50 calls, you know. But I think dispatching is, you gotta have some kind of charm. You gotta have some kind of phone skill. You gotta just not be like, oh, can I get this or whatever. You gotta talk. You gotta build. You gotta do all kind of things to get the rate that you can get. And I do that, you know. And I do pretty good. I think I do pretty good. We're gonna find out by the end of this week. I think I'm gonna make, in these 2 days, this one load and the next load, I'm going to make more than what I made in a week, in the last 2 weeks, on the weekend. All right. And that's because I'm on the board, I'm looking at shit, and it's only me. You know, I ain't got other trucks to look for or whatever. It's only me. You know, and I got to think about me. So that's how that goes. And I wouldn't recommend anybody, if you got a business, but if you got a good dispatcher, he's getting you the dough that you need, then stick with it. You know what I'm saying? But it's always good to learn how to do this dispatching, how to get your truck down the road and keep your truck rolling. It's always good to do that. So when the next movement, or if you decide, hey, I'm going to be dispatching until I get out of trucking, or you're going to do it yourself with your own authority, you know, how are you going to do it? You know, it's up to you, you know. But I definitely got hurt. You know, I got hurt. And I kind of got really upset about it. I posted a video and I was kind of upset because one thing about me, I do things the right way. I try to do the right thing. I go through chain of command. I've been in the military. That's how I do things. And if that doesn't fix it, then I have to fix it, you know. And that's plain and simple. And when it comes down to my business, I can't let nobody play around with me. All right? I can't let nobody talk shit to me about my business. You know what I'm saying? I can't do that, you know, because they don't know my business. They don't know what's going on, you know. So that's what's up. If you dispatch, you out there getting the money, congratulations. If you self-dispatch, you're holding it down for your own business and you're getting your own money, congratulations. All right? Which one is best? To me, is self-dispatch. This way you'll know the only person you got to blame is yourself. All right? Is yourself. You can't blame nobody else but yourself. Even if you have a dispatch and you have an option to self-dispatch, you can't blame nobody but yourself. And I blame myself for being hurt out here for the last 3 weeks. I blame it. So I made a decision, and it was a bad decision. And I shouldn't have did it. And that's what's up. But other than that, I'm going to patch it up. I'm going to make it happen. Right now, I got a load going down to Tennessee. It wasn't bad. It's not really what I want, what I wanted as far as a rate. But I had to get out of that tri-state shit, man, because tolls was killing me up there. And the runs I was making wasn't paying for the toll shit. You could run up in New York and you could get tolls as high as $1,000 a week. You can run up there, but you gotta get paid for it. Sometimes you have to take the long way around a toll to save you some money, and that's what I started seeing. Got down, looked at some numbers, said, nah, fuck no. You know what I'm saying? Even though the fuel game was good up there, I only fueled up one time for a week and ran a week on one tank, which was good, but the tolls was eating me up. It was eating me up. Also, I got hit with that toll bill. So I had to get out of there. Think of another. That load that I took, I should have downed it. I should have said, nah, it's snowing. Ain't no way in hell. And where the location of picking it up was on the back roads in Pennsylvania. I even took the big road as far as I could. Went around some shit. But they didn't treat the roads, so, it was my fault. So, that's what's up. Other than that, trucking is trucking. I'm going to fix this. I'm going to fix it. It's a lot of things is riding on me. And that's just basically it. A lot of things riding on me. So it's a shutdown. We're about to get into sleeping. And I hope everybody out there is safe. And I'm time to get out of that cold weather, go down south, and shoot by the house and pick up some things and keep rolling. This is the Big Face Trucker signing off. Y'all hold it down and be safe out there. Peace.